Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
RoadRuler.com. Today, March 4th, 2024, is the end of the Theta giveaway. We will be changing over to Veritasium at midnight tonight. So if you wanted to get the Theta Fuel, and T-Drop paper wallets that we're giving away with every private road subscription, go to RoadRuler.com. Click on subscribe today. If you want to renew, yes, we will send you the Theta family of tokens and add an extra year to your current expiry date. All right? So, yeah, a lot of people taking advantage of Theta. Theta is going to be a monster. I mean, it is just ridiculous how big Theta is going to be. I remember when it went crazy a couple years back, up to $15. It's like at $2 now. $2.42. I remember when it went crazy right in here. Theta is so much more different today. So many things are more important than what they did originally, which was what the Theta Edge node shared your broadband with other people. It was a content delivery network solution, and then they figured out, holy crap, we've got over 10,000 nodes that could all act as edge computers, massive edge computers for AI, and we also have access to 10,000 storage hard drives that we can keep shards of information on for a decentralized cloud. And their partner, a little guy named Google, said, hell, this could take us out. We're going to partner with you. So it's Google and Theta working on the edge cloud now. It's going to be massive. And that wasn't even an inkling back then in 2001 when Theta was at $15. So where will get Theta go this run? Depending on what goes on with the cryptos, I'd say by the end in the bubble territory, it'll probably be $50, $60 is my guess. And it's $2.42 now. So, yep, that is not a guarantee, but it'll be interesting. Let's just say that. And if Theta all of a sudden goes on Coinbase, all of a sudden 300 million people have access to buying Theta. If you're on the road to root on the private road, we teach you how to do it too. There's a Theta page. So go to RoadRuler.com. And the excitement of the day, silver is allowed to go up again. Now, don't get too excited. There are significant things we need to breach, like $30 and then $50. I think it'll go like a hot knife through butter from 30 to 50. And then that's when we decide whether or not the COMEX is going to stay open. I'm hoping it goes away. We don't need futures and options in a physical metal type of place, at least for now, because there's so much criminality used to set the price. That's what Rustin Benham said. It's the structure of the market that allowed silver to not go over $30 during the Wall Street bets. He was right. The structure of the market is turn on the rigging machine, throw naked shorts at the price of silver, tell the U.S. Mint to stop, don't pay off your hedges. U.S. Mint lost $112 million that year. So, yeah, we're in good times for silver because, obviously, we've broken the moving averages by a significant amount. The CFTC can't really see this because they're blind as bats, but that's how the game is played. Now it's whether or not the commercials, the big guys, the JP Morgan, HSBC, are going to short into the rise as they have always done since the invention of the computer-controlled derivative products, which is the early 1970s, and the trading models put out by Alan Greenspan to control the price of everything. There is no price they can't control with futures and options. None. One might wonder, is silver really the canary in the coal mine? A freely traded price of silver would be, but we haven't seen that in over 170 years since the Opium Wars. So, yeah, we keep trudging along. By the way, the U.S. Mint has put out their annual report for 2023. They ended up losing about $8 million, close to $9 million on their hedge book, which is appropriate because the price of silver went up in the fiscal year of 2023. Not a lot, but that's about where it should be. So it looks like the trading book for the U.S. Mint wasn't really utilized to destroy. It was used for what it was supposed to be used for, to hedge metals. If they're gonna make 8 million in silver appreciation, they have derivative book to offset that. So they don't get any money for the derivative or the silver appreciation, but they don't lose any money in case it went down. Well, that's normally what happens, but except for 2021, when the U.S. Mint decided to flip that on its head, and they lost, in the year that silver went down, they lost on their hedge book $112 million because they had to help rig the price. That's the structure that Rustin Benham was talking about. It's not just on the COMEX, it's all around the world. And that's the U.S. Mint is part of the manipulation of the price of silver. But we knew that anyway because they don't offer silver coins to meet demand. So anyway, I'm reading this, and I find it very surprising that Ventris Gibson, the U.S. Mint, tells us exactly what the law tells us, that the U.S. Mint is not allowed to charge a premium on silver or gold eagles. It's right here. The Mint sells the coins to authorized purchasers at the same market price paid for the metal plus a premium to cover bullion operating costs. Period. There's a period there on purpose. Authorized purchasers agreed to maintain an open two-way market for these coins, assuring their liquidity. That's a lie also, because they are not. The U.S. Mint is still on allocation. Authorized purchasers cannot purchase all they want. So they're lying there again. This allows the public to purchase and sell bullion coins at prevailing market price, adjusting for any premium the authorized purchaser applies. So they're trying to pawn off all the blame on the authorized purchasers. We've heard that for years. I talked about that with Jack Surham, the head of Silver Eagle Sales. He says, yeah, they won't let us mark it up more than they already are marking up. I'm like, wait a minute, it's illegal to mark up Silver Eagles above your costs. He says, I know, but they don't really follow that anymore. Well, the law hasn't changed, my friends. And as a matter of fact, in this annual report, it says exactly that, okay? So authorized purchasers agreed to maintain the price. They're blaming the authorized purchasers. But the Mint says it sells coins to authorized purchasers at the same market price paid for the metal, plus a premium to cover bullion program operating costs. That's all they can charge for the Silver Eagles. So we got that, right? And then we go down to where it talks about Silver Eagles. And listen to this. This is just, more shocking news. Higher volumes of silver bullion ounces sold during 2023 meant that silver bullion sales revenue increased by 35%. That's true. And then it says Silver Eagle revenue increased by $142 million. Okay. Because they sold more silver. That's revenue. Now, they're breaking out net income. Now, remember from the original top of this paragraph, it says that they're supposed to charge the customer, the authorized participants, the cost of the metal plus their operating costs. That's it. There is no profit baked into this. Here it is, net income. How do you have a net income there if there's no profit baked in? Net income from silver bullion coins increased $8.9 million, 130%. Net income from silver bullion coins. How do you make a net income if all you're charging is the cost of the metal plus the cost of producing the coins? How do you get net income from that? You should have zero net income. But how, year after year, why are you making so much net income? Because you're charging way more than production costs. Don't blame the authorized dealers. It even says net income from silver bullion coins increased $9 million entirely due to the increase in American Eagle silver bullion earnings. It says it right there. You are breaking the law in your own prospectus. Does it get a little tiring and annoying to call out these people on just something so obvious? And the reality is, with the gold bullion coins, it's shockingly high numbers. And it's the same for gold bullion. They're supposed to sell it to you at cost. But the shockingly high numbers, I mean, it doesn't cost any more to make a gold bullion than a gold American Eagle versus a silver American Eagle, other than the cost of the metal. right? And the cost of the metal is a pass-through. So they're charging massive amounts to stamp the operating costs to stamp gold coins. And they still couldn't make money. The U.S. Mint is a complete embarrassment and failure. This is the Biden administration. This is a person named Ventures Gibson. Half this annual report is about the HR. Oh, we got these new HR departments, inclusivity and all that bullshit. That's half of the whole thing. Of course it is, because that's what she does best. She's the head of HR. She's had a whole lifetime in HR, none in the minting of coins. But now she's got 3.5 years under her belt, and she still can't do it. By the way, they again, in February, this is all springing from February, them stopping making Silver Eagles at full capacity. They think that's okay with the people, as long as nobody notices. Well, we noticed last year when they were making 950,000 coins per month for like 4 months. I'm like, what the hell are you people doing? The capacity is 4 to 5 million per month. And that's what they're legally obligated to do. And they are still on allocation for the dealers, is what I'm hearing. That's just flat out fraud. Anyway, good to see silver making a move. I know it's the long, weary, you got cryptos making a move. The long, weary bear market's over in cryptos. And you got silver making a move. Is the silver move going to get it through $30? Is it going to get it through $50? Interesting, I was talking to an analyst on silver, on solar silver. They said, yeah, they are thrifting quite a bit, but not as much as to overcome what is being installed. I'm like, how do you really know? There's only one, because they all lie about how much, they don't even tell you how much silver is in. You got to figure it out yourself. But they lie about thrifting silver out because the silver price doesn't go up, hasn't gone up in 4 years. But how do they really know? Does somebody melt down a solar panel? It's not there yet. There's no recycling going on in solar. There will be, with all these hundreds of millions of ounces going into solar panels. But how do you really know? The only way to know, and I told this to the guy, I'm like, hey, because he doesn't know. He just thinks. Well, there's efficiencies. The efficiencies on all these modules are going up, which to me tells me they're using more silver, not less. But the only way to know is take the top 4 or 5 manufactured products, the best-selling products, and melt them down and see how much silver is in each one, because that is a true test. And I think it's well above 18 grams per watt. Some people say it's lower. My guy's like, yeah, it was 17 in 2023, probably going down to 15. I'm like, why? They don't have to. Silver price didn't go up. Well, there's efficiencies in the way it's screened and all that. It's okay. But that big? He goes, well, supposedly. I don't know of anybody who's actually announced, a major breakthrough and we're mass producing solar panels without silver. There's nobody saying that. There have been breakthroughs that you can make solar panels without silver. The costs are prohibitive. And oh, by the way, to set up a manufacturing line with a new process, you're going to have to change it. Change the old one or build brand new factories, which is what China is doing, in massive amounts of silver going in. I don't think we're going to have time to fully, melt down panels and figure out how much silver is in each solar panel, because all of a sudden, and this will be all of a sudden, you won't be able to get any silver for solar. Once the investment community wakes up to this, there's just not enough silver. What are you going to do? And how long will it take the silver industry, silver manufacturers, from flip-flop from heavily intense silver solar panels to no silver solar panels, because the price is $2,000-$3,000 an ounce? They'll clearly stop making them, but there is new technologies. It's just going to cost a hell of a lot more, and it's going to take a hell of a lot more time. So right now, they're picking up every ounce of silver they can get their hands on, because they know more than anybody else. Holy shit, there's not enough silver to go around. When the idiotic investment community gets excited about it because the price went over $30, good night. You won't be able to get any. So what would I do if I was Elon Musk and I'm selling electric cars? I'd load up on massive amounts of futures and then get as much physical into my own hands, into my own inventory. And I mean, he's not an idiot. That's exactly what Musk is doing, and that's exactly what a lot of the Chinese solar manufacturers are doing as well. And India, I think it was the biggest January in a hell of a long time for India. That report comes out on the 15th. There's just so much that's going on with physical silver, and that's why you see out of the LBMA hundreds of millions of ounces going out the door. Hundreds of millions of ounces. Requests for, RFPs, requests for physical, coming from the COMEX going to LBMA. Over 1 billion ounces a year. It's a massive amount of real physical silver that is going somewhere. All right, that's what I got for you. Again, last call for Theta tokens on the private road subscription. Go check it out, roadtoroad.com. Click on subscribe today. I think this paper wallet alone, you don't even have to know anything about cryptos, because we load the coins onto the paper wallet, ship it to you. What you do with it, put it in there, stack it with your silver, pull it out in a couple years and see how much it's worth. That's what a lot of people did when we gave away 0.1 Bitcoin. They stuck it in there safe with their silver, and now it's worth, what, $6,600. So that's it. Go to roadtoroad.com. Again, this giveaway, the Theta token giveaway, ends today, Monday, March 4th at midnight Pacific time. This is Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.